What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor and Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor and Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor and Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, October the 3rd. I want to introduce you to Nadia Navarrete-Tindall. She is an expert on native plants. Anything you want to know about native plants, Nadia's got the answer. Good to have you here, Nadia.
Thank you, Paul.
Today you wanted to talk about the wild plums that we have. It's a bumper crop of wild plums, right?
Yeah, it has been an amazing year for wild plums. We're learning that we not only have what we call the American plum, but we have a few species here in Missouri. And just at Lincoln, we grow a few of them, including American plum, Mexican plum, what we call also ortolan plum. So there is diversity in wild plums. So this year we had I brought some photos for those of you who are not watching us. This is a photo of wild plums looking just wonderful.
They look like little cherries.
Yes, exactly.
They look like little cherries. And I have so many plum trees, wild plum trees on my land. Mm-hmm. I remember 20 some odd years ago when I bought that land, I saw that. I thought they were cherries.
Yes.
Until you put them in your mouth, and then you realize they're not cherry. They're a little bit bitter.
Yeah, but there is a tip for those of you who have wild plums. If you have tried them directly from the tree, no worries, because they might still be a little sour, very sour many times. But you just after you cut them, you can let them sit on a counter for 3 days, and then when they get a little softer, they get sweeter. So they are different kinds. They are not the same in every location. But we have 13 trees on campus at Lincoln University. Of the 13 trees, we have at least half of them are just the sweet as they can be. And
they're as sweet as they can be when you pick them?
You have to. If they are soft, if they are soft, that when they look very dark red, they're ready to eat. But otherwise, you can pick them, and they will ripen out of the tree. Just let them sit for 3 to 5 days. Sometimes they even ripen in a refrigerator at a not too cold temperature.
Right.
So here at Lincoln, we had about this year. I mentioned 13 trees. We are harvesting 10 of them, and we got so far. We actually probably will have a total of 1,000 pounds of plums.
1,000 pounds of plums? So
yes.
What are you doing with all those plums at Lincoln University?
Well, first of all, we depend on volunteers to help us harvest. They come a couple of days a week, and everybody takes as many as they want. They can leave us some. We have 2 research full of wild plums because we make all kinds of things. And in the picture that you are seeing, that we're seeing now, we have one of our really nice students, Shyler. She's an honor student at Lincoln University, and she loves working with plums. She's now in this photo is selecting the plums that are already ripe. And so we take those two in the refrigerator, and then we let the green ones.
What is the practical use then of the plums if you have wild plum trees on your property?
Well,
can you make jam and jelly?
Yeah, you can make jams, jellies. You can do leather. Leather is just really nice, and so. But we try different recipes, so our volunteers do it. But also, I have my husband a volunteer too. I bring the plums, a bunch of plums at home. He started making wine.
Wine from the plums?
Wine made of wild plum. So those of you who have plums right now, you should save your harvest if you can. It might be a little too late now. But if you have plums, then save it and then we'll share a recipe. We're having what we call a FincaFest.
A FincaFest.
Yes, and finca stands for farm in Spanish, but finca here in Missouri is the acronym for Families Integrating Nature, Conservation, and Agriculture. So we have a grant back in 2014, and now we have this very highly functional and productive finca on campus.
Okay.
So we're having, besides the plums, we have pollinator gardens across the finca, where we grow not only plants that are good for pollinators, but they are also mixed in with other native edibles.
Yeah, and we're looking, if you're seeing us on camera right now, we're looking at some beautiful pictures. The tall blue spike plants, those are...
These are blazing star, prairie blazing star.
And these are all native to Missouri.
Yes, they are. And they're different species. They attract pollinators, butterflies. We have rattlesnake master in the picture also, and a few Susans. That it could be a black-eyed Susan.
Yeah, I can see the black-eyed Susan. And then what are the white flowered plants?
The white are a hairy mountain mint. So we mix they are really attracted by pollinators, but we mix them so we can also use them for tea, for human consumption. So we have in these beautiful pollinator gardens plants that can be used for food too.
And the white ones are called mountain mints?
Hairy mountain mint.
And those are pretty. They're very delicate looking.
Yes, and they attract lots of native bees and butterflies, and people can enjoy tea.
And they bloom late in the summer or early fall, don't they?
Yeah, yes, in the summer they start blooming. If you prune them, when you harvest the leaves for tea, they will bloom again, and later in the year. And so I mentioned that we're having a FincaFest.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be offering tours, and it's going to be on October 27.
Okay.
From 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
At Lincoln University.
Yes. And besides showing all what we do with native plants, and people can even can try different food samples, we're having other extension specialists with us.
Okay.
And that includes one of a small ruminant specialists will have different meat tastes for people to try. And we have pumpkins. It's a time for pumpkins too.
All right. So all of this, you can go online to Lincoln University.
No, it's better to check on my Facebook.
On your Facebook page. Which is Native Plants and More.
Native Plants and More.
Okay. And that'll have all the information for the event, which will be held at Lincoln University.
Yeah, and we hope people register so we are more prepared when they come.
How many people can you handle?
100, 120
right.
or so.
Thank you, Nadia.
Yeah,
so
thank
it's
you.
Native Plants and More. I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.